Hey Vic. Hi guys. Right, let's take a look what's going on gold right now. Let's get rid of that. Right, daily. Okay, so daily. What do we notice on the gold? Big momentum candle yesterday, broken through structure. We've had a wick down today, so I see daily flips on gold. This is what so I want to be getting long gold because I think we're going to break those highs and we have the potential to run up into this area based on the daily. Um, let's drop down to the 4 hour. We've got no news today. So the 4 hour, we're seeing a market breaking the highs. We've got an uprange candle. We've got no bottom wick on the 4 hour. Suggests only buyers are in the market. Let's have a look at the hourly. So hourly, right. Base has been formed. Resistance being formed. Right, we need a break above here before we can get long. We've got some clear range to trade into up towards 3,400. Hey, Kaylin, how you doing? Stock Shoots, good afternoon. Freddie, Favor, Victor, good afternoon. Just hi, Anna, how are you, darling? Nice to see you. Andrew, good afternoon. Right. So hourly, let's have a look. 30 minutes potential, but we need a close above here. Mafara, how you doing? Forgive me if I've not said that correctly. Lola, good afternoon, darling. You well? So looks good here for longs above that area. Let's have a look at the 15s. Uh, if you're gonna, what was that? Uh, no sound. Okay, we're back. Um, there we go. Okay, so I'm just looking at potential options. Solly Bapape, how you doing? Vic, yeah, it's a bit messy on the lower time frame. I prefer the 30, so that would mean we need to have a close above on the 30. Sells are available if we get a rejection. However, I'm not sure that is going to play out um, on the basis of what I'm looking at on the higher time frame. So the higher time frame, I do believe we're going to see price flip today's high, which means I'm probably going to be a little bit more aggressive than normal. So if we can get a 15-minute closure above on gold here, and then a wick down, I'll buy the 15-minute candle. So I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive on this one. Um, Alan Kennedy, good afternoon. Gustavo, how you doing? Trini's back or Trina's back. Good afternoon. Uh, Big Halvy's back. Uh, Rajith, how we doing, guys? Ruiz, guys, if this Powell is talking soon, yeah, it's only it's not major news. It is medium impact news, so I don't mind. It's at 1:30. So yeah, I'll happily trade through it. So we'll see what happens. Um, so I'll only have a look at major news. Yeah, exactly, Vic. 15 is definitely a bit messy. So we've got 10 minutes to wait for this one. So let me just mark this out. I'm going to put on here so my bias is for buys. Okay, my bias is for buys. It doesn't mean that I will only just buy. It means that is where I believe the market will go. Felipe, how you doing? Stephen Buckley, good afternoon, sir. Uh, Vladislav, good afternoon. Prince Forex, good afternoon. So yeah, guys, if this is your first time here, let me know, please. If this is your first time on the live stream, just let me know. So gold is having a little push up. It says red folder. What is the reason you're saying it will not impact? Um, I guess it depends where you're looking at it. I use Forex Factory and it's orange. So some not brokers, some people with news feeds will give you a different rating. I've always used Forex Factory for, well, since 2010, so that's where I stick with my guns on that one. But look, ultimately, if you're using a different news feed and they're saying red and you don't want to trade around that, then I totally understand. But uh, Adam, how we doing? Uh, okay, yes. So so we're gonna see if we can get a close above. If we can get a close above, it's looking that way, but we shall see. Just remember what with all the crap surrounding Powell, is he going to say anything that's going to, I don't know, let's say, be in line with what Trump is kind of wanting him to do, which is reduce rates? Um, but we shall see. I've no idea. It was I think, I can't remember what he's speaking about. I did look this morning on this morning's live stream, but it was nothing for me to put down or warrant on the chart. So let's just put buys above 3392.5. Okay, so just going to do that. If it moves too far, then, well, it depends. If it gets above 96.50, well, then we've got clear space up towards 3400. So we've got plenty of room there. Uh, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put the radio on a little bit. Uh, let's just turn that down. There we go. Just need a little bit of music on in the background for me. Otherwise, I feel a little bit insane. A little bit like a radio show. So I always appreciate questions coming in because it helps me keep the live stream flowing. Just remember, guys, I am a price action trader. I'm not talking about fair value gaps, smart money concepts, orbs, order blocks, anything like that. So if you do have any questions and it's trading related, as long as it's not around those, then we're good to go. And the reason I don't talk about it is because I don't trade it, so I can't give you the answers that you want. Um, Whereas you can ask me, so look, here, I'm going to be looking for a breakout setup. So what would that look like? Let me just, where did no, I trade breakouts, BPCs, flips, false breakouts. Um, where are we? Sorry, guys, I'm just gonna, did I just close the images down? I probably did as well. Uh, uh, 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna, so there's gonna be a breakout. So this is effectively what we're going to look for. If you can see that now, just let me know if you can see it. We're looking for the market to break above resistance, have a nice candle close above it, the next candle to wick down, and then we'll buy above the high after the next candle's wick down. If it just breaks the highs, then it'll be no setup. So that's what we're waiting for. We've got 4 minutes for this candle to close, and then we can potentially have a trade. Okay. Um, so guys, I'm seeing some new names in today. If you're new, just let me know where you've registered in from, and how long you've been trading. if you demo traders, live traders, let me know. This is will always be, guys. Is there? Yeah, it's okay. Ah, damn it. Okay, sorry, I just Wi-Fi dropped for a second there. I see this is intriguing, so you don't just trade. Okay, guys. Uh, oh, I wonder if it's hi Terry. Do you know what? I just realized I had music on and I'm not sure someone did say TikTok gone again. Yeah, no idea why. Um, I'm not sure if it's because the music was on in the background. I forgot. Someone said to me, "Don't play the radios." Uh, so you can go live. Jeez, I don't understand why it keeps doing this. It's stuck as well. Um, so anyway, YouTube. I'm not quite sure why that's happened on TikTok. Um, let's see if I can. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to see if we can. Ah, God, bear with me a second, guys. Right, there we go, guys. I have no idea why that's. Uh, let's close it down. I wish I could speak to someone at TikTok, but you can never can. Um, so afternoon, guys. So we're fully on. We've got 1 minute to go, and we're just gonna wait for a wick down. Um, and I will be looking to trade this up to 3,400. Um, I mean, if you wanted to be a little bit more aggressive because of the time of day, we can do momentum entry. Ah, there we go. Open trade. All right. Oh, here we go. TV. Let's change. There we go. Partial TPs. Let's just put in. I'm gonna. Let's get that down. Let's add another one. Let's get. What's that? There we go. T1, T2 is now in. We're gonna bring stops up underneath the low of this candle should we trigger. I put T1 at 15 pips, so I've given it a little bit more. I'm gonna put auto break even in at 10. So there we go, guys. Let's see how this one pans out. Ooh, a little bit wiki, and we're in. So, oh, a little bit too close. There we go. And so We got to 5 pips up. Oh, didn't quite get there. I'm not going to do a 70% rule on this one, just because it's with trend. So I have got break even at 10 pips, but I am going to see if we can push a little bit towards 15 pips for TP1. So here we go. So just drop some likes if you're in this, if you've taken this trade, guys. Be nice to know who's taken it, who hasn't. Now, if you want to apply the 70% rule, then at 7 pips up, make sure you get your stop loss to break even. 10 pips, use statutory first target. I'm pushing the boat out a little bit here with trend, but we'll see. We'll see how it fares. Got banned. It got suspended again. No idea. So yeah, TikTok, I'm not quite sure. I need to speak to someone at TikTok because it yeah, it's just bizarre. 1 minute it's fine, the next minute it's not. Didn't even post anything. Don't know whether it's the banners. I did have my radio on there, so I don't know if that, I don't know if that's why. I forgot until it said live access suspended. But it said fraud scam, so I don't know if that's the case by having a radio on in the background. I have no idea. Um, so we've got comics opening in what, about 10 minutes, 11 minutes. We got about 5 pips up. We never got to 7 pips up. Well, I never saw it if we did. All right. Keeps getting to around 5 pips. I will come back to questions in a minute if there are any. Just keeping my eyes peeled on the charts. There we go. That got to 70, but literally a nanosecond. There we go. 10 pips break even. Guys, you should have hit TP1. Um, there, and there we go. 15 pips. Lovely jubbly. Ah, good afternoon, Mr. Will or Jezzy Boy. Let's go. Keep going. 20 pips. So let's push that up a little bit, lock in some profit. 22. Jim, TP1, lovely. We're getting close to 25 pips. I don't know where my... There we go. It's okay, guys. You can say thank you afterwards. This is just a lovely way to start the live stream. TP2, yeah, nice, nice, nice. TP1 here too. Lovely. Well done, guys. Got some lovely profit on the board here. If you've made some lovely profit, guys, let me know. I want to hear how many pips you're securing. Oh, Jez, you're too kind. At four, if we see 40, I'm just going to close another half off. Why not? And it's pushing 30 pips, 38, 39. Got very close to 40, but I'm gonna let it do whatever it needs to do. We've scaled out a few times. If I see 40, I will close out. In fact, I tell you what I'm going to do. Where did my partial TP go? Uh, that's that one. I'm going to bring that down to just below 3,400. So that's full exit at 3,400, just below 3,400. And then if we have the daily flip, we can trade again. 39. In fact, if I see 40 pips, I'm going to close the whole lot. There we go. Done. 40 pips. Thank you very much. We'll come back to it when it's either the daily flips coming on board. All right, there we go. That's what we need to do. All right, now we'll wait. We'll wait for the daily flip. If the daily flip happens up here, if we take out those highs, which is here, then fantastic. So potential for another breakout. Yeah. Um, so do we have good profit today, guys? Let me know if you had good profit. If you had good profit, um, I want to see some likes. I want to see some likes, guys. Everyone on TikTok will be pissed off now. Just missed out on 40 pips there. Now, I do want to know why, because it is bizarre. Account updates. Let's see what they say. Live violation. What was the violation? Um, right, it's still popping. It's still popping. Uh, Made up for my loss this morning. Lovely. That's what I like to hear. Um, Farron, thank. Oh God, Farron till Farrandin. That's a long old. Yeah, pleasure, buddy. Pleasure. Listen, guys. I mean, I don't know what keeps getting blocked for on TikTok. I have no idea if it's the music. I mean, they don't say it. It just says violation, fraud and scam. I mean, I didn't say anything. Today I didn't block anyone either. So I was nervous yesterday about blocking a couple of people because every time I seem to block people, it seems to happen. But today there was no blocking. It was just the only thing it could be was the music, or the only new thing there was the banner on the screen. So I have no idea. They're not very clear in what it was. So at least we got our money. So that's all that matters. They just uh, they just made sure that everyone on TikTok didn't get anything. So let's have a look. What's the range above here on the NASDQ? 50 points. So there's potential buys there. So there's potential buys and sells in that area. Um, Gold's just had a little reaction at the 3400 level. Oh, something has just happened. PRS license. I have no idea what that is. Um, and they don't even explain it, just says violation scam. So I wouldn't mind if we knew. Um, so I'll have to Google what that is, but I can imagine it's some kind of. But would it be called a fraud for playing music, having my radio playing in the background? I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. These I wouldn't mind if they gave guidelines on what it was, but it doesn't say anything. It's the most vague reason for getting booted off. So there'll be no more lives this week on TikTok. So it will have to be purely on YouTube, which, to be fair, I don't mind. It's a music license to play copyright music. We used to have them in the bars and clubs. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Interesting. Well, it'd be nice if they said that in the violation, but they don't. Let's have a look at the DAX. So look, this morning the DAX it gave the setup, but it keeps having decent pullbacks. So hit some targets and then got stopped at breaker. But where'd you do that? There's, there's nowhere to play their music, I don't think. Subscription playbook, live goal, tools, scene layout. I'll but it's not like you can speak to anyone. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I can't even log in or anything now. So can't even close it down. Um, so gold has flipped positive for the day. Um, we I like this if we can get. I'm gonna wait till the quarter 145. If we can get a close above here at 145 and a wick down, I'll be a buyer again. I do suspect if we can break this high, we could see a big move today. So look, we got our buyers here, so let's get rid of this one. We're gonna look for buyers above 340.5, 3401.5. Now, remember, what did we see yesterday? Hi Mark, can you explain about the setup of the gold trade? It worked really well, but if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have taken it. It looks messy to me on the left hand side. Yeah, it was messy on the 15-minute chart, but my bias is buys based on what I was seeing on the daily chart. So as we're coming into COMEX, I didn't want to wait for the 30-minute candle to close because if we had, literally, that's what would have happened. So I was literally right. As soon as we break that level, which we did here, if we have a wick down, I'm going to be a buyer because it was very small risk and looking to trade it up to just below the 3400. I came out at 3499.4 something. 1 second, guys. I do apologize. Uh, Uh, bear with me 1 second. Hi guys. Um, yeah, okay, perfect. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, so that's why I did it. Yeah, it was a little bit impulsive, but like I said, I needed to see that my bias was to the upside. Like now, to be fair, if we can break this high, I think we'll push on and we could have another 20, $30 move easily. So I have been looking for buys, especially once we formed a higher low here and then we've pushed through. And then you've got like a change in cycle. But we'll see what happens here because ultimately we could pop through like we saw big sell off at 3,400 yesterday. Um, again, might see that again right now, but I'm not gonna. We don't need to chase anything now. We've got loads of pips in the bank for today. We've had a superb day of trading. Um, Let me know your stats for today, guys. If you're, where's everyone gone? Let me know your stats for today. How many trades, how many wins, how many losses? How many wins, how many losses, how many pips secured? Uh, no, you're all being quiet. There's, come on, guys. I need a little bit of feedback. This is where I know there's a lot of waffle on YouTube, but it does make it easier from my point of view when there's questions coming in, um, where we can keep the conversation flowing. Um, because sometimes there just isn't things to trade. 37% garlic. Have you tried the daily recommendations from XTB? Ah, Um, listen, I would never try any recommendations from a brokerage because ultimately there's brokers don't care if you make money or lose money. And they will generally have some kind of generic software that's plugged into their system from whoever that they'll just pay for, and it'll just churn out signals for you to potentially take. It's like being in Las Vegas, really. They're just dangling that carrot in front of your eyes. Anna, oh, I thought that said 6.73 for a minute then. Okay, 0.73%. That's brilliant. 60 pips on gold, 20 pips on the NASDAQ, 2 wins, 1 break even. Lovely. Your day is done. Your day is done, and you've got what, one more day left before you go on holiday? Peter Cole, zero point 0.5 up, 1 win, 1 break even. Lovely. Stephen Buckley, go Anna, well done. Yeah, love it. I love it. That's what I like. Sharing the supporting wins, one another supporting the wins. Uh, that free range is just getting swallowed up by the DAX. Clear space is just getting absolutely swallowed up. Now, unfortunately, the way you'd want it to move, it wouldn't have done. Even if you'd have trailed this off the hourly, you'd have made some nice pips. Look, you'd have got at least your T or you, yeah, you should have got T2, but then you'd have got stopped out on this retracement here. Peter Armand, 2.14% on one account, 14% on another. Yes, lovely. Is that, is he posted the same thing again? Garlic, shall I just get you muted? There we go. Why on earth has this dude come across from bloody... I seem to get them all. People can't just come here and ask questions. They've got to share shit in the chat. Lola, gold, 2 wins, 1 break even, 20 coming from 20 plus 10 pips. Lovely. Well done, Lola. Great days all round. So I want to see these being shared in the success stories, guys. And you know what I didn't do? I should have screen recorded that for our for the socials, but I forgot. See, this is why some people are so good at social media and other people aren't, because I always forget to record everything. Okay, NASDAQ, we'll look for buys above. Oh yeah, let's get the price points right. 23,226. Sells below 23,136. 23,136. No news. Gold. Yeah, let's just see if we can. Now, gold, we can do a couple of things. Gold, we can actually buy from here, and we can also sell from here, depending how it pans out. So if we look, nothing at the minute. Oh, let me get a drink of water. Anna, well done to everyone. Great results. Yeah, bravo. I'll second that. Well done to everyone. Yeah, oh, I tell you what, we can get the camera on now because TikTok's down. Webcam. Hello, team. There we go. I'm back. So yes, well, while I'm here, just remember you can probably see it across the bottom, but we have a partnership in place right now for the month of July with Instant FX Capital, where any account that is open throughout the course of July, if you then open an instant funded account through July and you place one trade on it at least, you'll be entered into the prize draw, which is going to be the 31st of July at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Anyone that has entered, your details are going to be shared with me. I'm going to do a Zoom link. All your names or account numbers, whatever it's going to be, is going to go into what we call a random picker. The random picker will then pick out one of you lucky folk, and you'll be awarded a $5,000 incubator account, which can be traded up to 100,000 based on performance. Same milestones, same everything. There's no crazy restrictions. Oh, let me get a water. Just I think we might be about to have a storm because it's just gone really dull in my office. So, any questions, guys, while we're waiting? I think today we see 3,400 get bust on gold. So, right. Yes, we are waiting. We are waiting patiently. Now, just remember, because we are We've already taken a trade on gold. We closed out for 40 pips. We took 15 and then we took 30 and then closed the full lot at 40. Right now, we're just waiting for the next 3 minutes to see if we can get a close above this price point. If we can, let me just check. Yep. And then we get a wick down. We are going to be a buyer again, guys. 3 minutes. So now, all I'm doing is I'm pulling my magic keys on the screen. I've not placed a trade yet. I'm waiting for it to close because it may sell off before it before the next 3 minutes and close back below the level. If that does happen, then there will be no trades, guys. There will be no trades. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. We've just popped another 3, 5, 6. Ooh, it's breaking higher. But I'm going to wait. Looks like it might go without us. Well, look, let's think of it this way. We already got 40 pips, so if it goes, it goes. What was that? Yeah, so we've got 2 minutes. Well, just under 2 minutes. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Yeah, yeah, 1 minute, 20 seconds. And then, as long as we get a pullback, we can be a buyer. If not, let it go, guys. Let it go, as they would say in Frozen. Oh, hold on. Oh, where do we get the sources? Window group, Calibra, audio, no, that's not going to work. 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. So the high of the current candle, according to my broker, is 3405.85. 0.85. That's a big old candle, 80 pips. So that can come back up. Okay, so the wick down is coming in. So wick down has happened. Let's change TV. Partials. Now, I'm going to be 34.20. Okay, so I've put my first TP in at, oh, hold on. Change of plan. I'm going to have a flip entry here, guys. So the high, 0394. Yeah, that's fine. So let's put that there for a second. So we've got flip entry. So meaning this current candle has to go bullish in order for us to get triggered. If it keeps dropping, we lose nothing. But in order for us to get triggered, the market has to flip bullish. Fenton. Oh, looks like Fenton's very happy with Instant FX Capital. That's good to see. Glad you're enjoying the services, Fenton. I would hate for bad reviews to be coming from followers. Now, question. Can I do the radio here? Dare I risk it? Probably not. I don't want to get shut off on both. Because we've had a deep retracement and we've got just shy of 20 pips. What have we got? Exactly 20 pips from the high to here. So I can get to break even before it gets to the high of that candle. Strong trend. I mean, look, right now, we've not even touched this old breakthrough level. So if it comes down, the likelihood of us getting triggered is very small. But if it does have a deep retracement and then reverses, that's going to be just lovely. So 40 pips secured on gold during live stream. Right. So I'm just letting people know about the old FOMO. See if this one kicks in. Now, I am going to be aggressive with this because I don't want to hand profits back. When I say aggressive, I'll be aggressive with trade management. I'm going to be a little bit less aggressive with taking profits. I just want to make sure that if it is going to be a loss, it's going to be a small loss. Yeah. Uh, mm, So sit tight, guys. Sit tight. Let's see what happens. Oh, I need to have a little bit of music. This hopefully we don't get blocked on this one. Uh, right, what's happening here right now, guys? Is there anyone that's on YouTube right now? Unless if you're that is new to this channel. Jim, what does the flip refer to as it's still a breakout trade but a lower level? Okay, so a flip is just a style of entry. Okay, so where we would normally do a breakout with, let's say, uh, where we would do a breakout where we buy above the previous candle's high, a flip is you need a bigger wick on the previous candle. So here we've got a bigger wick. We've got a 20 pip wick. I haven't looked. Um, so this one's dropped back down. So now a flip just means this is bearish candle will flip to a bullish candle. So we buy on the break of the high of this candle, and we'd look for the market to fill the range of the previous candle, so fill that wick. But because that's in theory going to be a daily flip, I would expect it to continue pushing higher. Mark, just referring to Nolan's analysis last night, there is a strong possibility of a short on gold today based on the H4 charts. Not that I want to pit your analysis against Nolan's. Um, they both can play out at the same time, so I really don't look at any other style of charting, Stephen. Um, as you saw when I did the live stream the other week on a Wednesday night. I can chart like that. It's how I used to trade. But I only look at the here and the now. So it's like where's the most recent resistance? Where's the clear space? I'll trade into that. Um, Odds are if it is gonna reverse based off the 4 hour trend line, then in theory it'll probably spike through that area first before it reverses. Um, let's have a look. I'm just gonna have a look on TradingView a second. Yeah, I still think we can pop higher. I mean, look, if we look to the left, this structure to the left, it's the top of the wicks. So it's where our entry is literally breaking above all the wicks to the left hand side. What's at June? These wicks here. So if it gets triggered, I think we'll pop and keep going, but we shall see. 153. Let's see what 153. We've got 7 minutes. Now, I'm just going to cancel the order, guys. We've got 5 minutes until all time frames close. That's the 5, the 15, the 30, the 1 hour. I don't want to get triggered in the last couple of minutes. We could get triggered in, it could spike on and go and hit the highs, but I've just cancelled it purely because we're coming into the hourly close. So what might happen is we could close somewhere like this, then the next candle wicks down based on this hourly candle. If the next candle pushes down, we could look for a flip on the next candle. So I'm just going to see how it closes. I don't want to be in the last few minutes of a candle. Haha. And would we have just hit? No. And that would have been 10 pips. So you'd have been break even now. But I'm not handing profit back. I, what was the furthest back you'll look for clear space? A day or longer? Until the next point of space. So until you see the next set of candles. Yeah, so look left until you see candle space. Well done, Anna. Well done. I just cancelled it. I didn't want to leave it open for the last couple of minutes. Anna's on a rampage now. Right. Stop trading now, Anna. Lola, 10 pips. Well done. Ah, th- this is where when you go with your bias, you know the trend's up, but look, the 20 pip target would have been met there. When you mentioned about cancelling Tringa, don't worry, Anna, you did the listen, the analysis was right, so I just didn't want to get caught in the last minute, last 2 minutes, and then it just have a sell off on the end of the hourly candle to then relook at taking it again. Um, because I will look at trading this depending what the next hourly, depending how the next candle opens. Because look, we've broken and we've closed above all structure points. So when you get something like this, there's a probability the next candle when it opens will come down, tap this area. Um, so we'll see if that happens. If the next candle when it opens, if it taps here, I'm going to buy in a small lot size down here. I do one down here and one above the highs. One and a half minutes, guys. Oh, it's flying. Can't make decisions. Can't make good decisions all the time. See, look, what have we done there? 30 pips. Nah. Main thing is we didn't lose. And some of you absolutely smashed it. So well done. I will see how this one works out and stop for the rest of the day. Yeah, Anna, you've killed it. So Anna, you've just had a very, very good day. Mm, okay. Okay, go on then, go. Sorry, guys. Right. Wick down, please. Okay. Partial TP. I'm going to do 10 pips here. Just because of how extended it is. Ooh, hold on. Where's the... stop should really be underneath here until we get a few pips in profit. So guys, make sure your stop is underneath this candle. So it should be on, it's because I placed it quick. It should be underneath here until you get a few pips in profit. Once it goes blue, then we can whack it up under. Ah, shit. Now it can go. Right. Okay. Stop loss at entry. Went 7 pips up, and there we go. Break even, guys. I think I'm going to see if we can come down, tap this area again. What's happened? NASDAQ is flat. Ooh, no, we're gonna wait for NASDAQ above here. Oh, no, it's only 20 pips. Uh, thanks. All right, Stephen, take care, buddy. Well done. Right, let's leave that alone. I'm just gonna have a look at. Let's have a look at DAX. Okay, so DAX has come into this area. H1 is looking good. M30. God, every time the doorbell rings, he wants to go out, and then, come on. Um, yeah, DAX. Lower time frames aren't looking great, to be fair, guys. Maybe, nah. So if we get a bullish candle close at 3 o'clock, and then the next candle wicks down, then you've got a trading opportunity on the H1. But I don't. Peter Cole, take care, buddy. Have a good set. Have a good day. Um, yeah, gold's off. Gold's off, but I'm being careful with it up there. This is where it's going to go and not come back. When you when you've got that far, when you've got what you've got 60 pips away from the range, because your highest probability trade is always going to be when as it breaks out from the level. And this has just gone from where we had our initial move here. So it had just done like $15 in a straight line. It can obviously do a lot more, but I'd be much more inclined to wait for the market to have a rotation lower and then we get in. Um, we've not seen that. So that's why I was super aggressive. As soon as I saw 70 points on this move here, I was straight to break even. I don't mind. I'd rather we caught the big move down here. And remember, the further it moves in a direction, the lower the probability of success. So it's about keeping a calm head, staying disciplined. Any questions, guys? Any questions? I'm probably gonna hang my boots up for the day after this. In fact, I am. What questions we got today, guys? So, Anna, you still in? Yeah, exactly. Anna's flying. Yoko, nice to see you on here on an afternoon session, buddy. You managed to get a few minutes to yourself. The job's not penned you in today. You must be coming up close to your next retirement. Day's done now, paddle. That sounds like a perfect afternoon. As long as you're not up shit creek without a paddle, you're fine. Da, 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 da. On gold, very small lot, 0.93, but keeps going. Lovely. Just trail it now on the 30-minute. Don't even look at price, just trail it on the 30-minute lows. Maybe if it gets to 34.20, I think that was the next sort of structural point I saw. So as the 30-minute closes, just move it up underneath the lows. So now you can put it underneath the low of this 30-minute candle because it's created a bottom wick and pushed higher. Right. Okay. Pound yen is actually setting up. Pound yen is actually set up. I'm not sure I want to say that, but yeah, sell underneath here, guys. Let me have a look. Yeah, 15 and 30 both closed below. That's not right. Uh, oh, what is going on? Uh, Load. Open cart. There we go. Switch. Okay, so just having a look now at pound yen. I am going to put a sell stop underneath. Let's go 98.25, something like that. 97.35. Okay, partial TP is 15 pips set. Okay, so I've placed this order for now. Oh, hold on, I've just realized I'm not even sharing the right screen. So we've got pound yen, it's closed below the level. We're having an uptick, a bullish candle at the moment. This wouldn't be a flip entry here because we've got a bottom wick, but also the wick of the bearish candle is only a small wick to work with. So we can't do anything there. Gold is still going. 54 pips from the high of where we're going to have to shoot, mate. Cheers, cheers, buddy. Take care. Have a good one. Uh, so I'm going to give it 5 minutes, guys. If it doesn't trigger in 5 minutes, I will cancel the order. Let's go auto break even. Oh, yeah, gold. The the market that won't stop giving. Right. Uh, Guys, what you got on the board today? Come on, share with me. I'm just over 2% today, so it's been a decent day. three more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna call it a day for today. Any questions before we end of August? Oh man, you got another what 5.5 weeks, and then you can go into retirement number two, three, four. How's the body holding up? Getting ready to get yourself back in the CrossFit sessions. Long holiday, love it. What's your strategy? Can you break it down? Yeah, okay. This one is Ashutosh. Whereabouts are you based? Not that one. Here you go. That's basically it. Is that is that broken down enough for you, sir? Welcome, Ashutosh. Is this the first time you've been on this live stream? Um, what'd you delete that message for? Um, does that make sense to you? Let me know if you can understand that. And there's the rules. Now, why do I give rules away? Why do I trade as I do, and so people can see it even if they're not members? Because I generally believe that you won't be able to adhere to those rules consistently without continued support. So look, what I'm going to say to you is, guys, while you are here, make sure you jump on. If you're not on my free Telegram channel, or you're not on uh, there you go. So you can go to my stand store. There you'll see everything. In Telegram right now, there is for anyone that isn't a member, for first time buyers, there is an annual membership offer, 50% off right now. It's just for this week. So anyone who isn't a member or has never been a member, there's a 50% offer right now. If you want to take that up, you have to go to the stand store, go to my free Telegram channel, and you'll see the offer there, guys. If you've nice to see you. If this is your first time, so thank you for joining. Fenton, great rule explanation, pleasure. Um, so yeah, you've got everything now, guys. Let's see if we can get triggered on pound yen. I literally have to go any second. What's it down on the day, pound yen? 93. So no, about 0.5%. Yen. Okay, at 20 past, guys, I have to go. At 20 past, I have to go. I cannot wait any longer. I've got a lot of things. What's gold doing? Okay, so gold is now breakouts happen, flips happen, it's all done. So gold, if there's a trade that's going to come, it's going to come in a couple of hours at least. You're waiting for a BPC trade. So that means you've got to wait for at least two downrange candles to form and then buyers to come back in. So you don't care where that happens as long as the new support is formed above or higher than the previous support. If that happens, then that's fine. You've got a higher low. If price breaks the previous low, you've now got a lower low. Then therefore you don't want to be looking at trading until it comes back to a major level of structure, because that could be just like a downtrend on a lower time frame that's coming into structural support before we then resume the trend, the micro trend back in the direction of the higher time frame trend. If you were to start trading from scratch, what would you want that was different than now? If I was to start trading from scratch, best thing is just clean charts. Clean charts, a couple of lines, and focus on price action. No indicators, no BS. Uh, Turn off all distractions, and hone in on one market. Double down on one market. Just become a master of one market. That would be my advice. 2 minutes, guys, and I am gonna say sayonara. So if you have any questions, throw them in the chat right now. We'll get them answered, and then I will. But before I do that, some feedback, please, guys. If you've had some pips, you've enjoyed the session, make sure you comment on the live stream afterwards. Once I've closed it down, give some, hit some likes, etc. And please share it with any fellow traders. Would be much appreciated. Would you suggest to get a job first, then start trading? Yeah, you don't want to trade with no income. Thanks, Anna. Take care. If you trade with no income, you're going to put so much pressure on yourself to make money, you'll make silly mistakes. So save up some money, trade with a small amount of capital, show consistency with that amount of capital. As you see it grow, you can increase the lot sizes. As you increase the lot sizes, you'll see the balance start to grow quicker. Then if you've proved you can be consistent and stick within certain parameters, then I would say that's the time to then start looking at funded accounts, out your profits, buy a funded account, and trade with, in theory, other people's money with your profit share, top up your personal account. And that's probably the best way to grow your personal account. Right, guys, any questions? Last one, and then I have to go. What's your routine before and after trading sessions? After trading sessions, go for a walk, go for a run. That can be the case sometimes before. Um, I generally analyze live in the session because there's no point doing it before, because if I've done it before, the markets have probably changed. If I've had a losing trade, again, go for a walk, get some fresh air. Don't want to double down and start gambling or let the male ego kick in. So I hope that helped, Atosh. See you tomorrow. If you haven't yet, click on the link for the stand store. Get yourself in the free Telegram channel. And